of the sentence, and then you have subject, and then you have verb ing, sorry for the verb, and then plus complement, and then you have question mark, and in answer what do you say? Yes, was, no they weren't, no they weren't. Okay, so see structure, were or was, you see, were or was. Subject, the parents is plural, you see, parents. So I used what? Were. And then verb takes ing and then complement. The answer must be in the form of helping verb. And then WH question. Next is WH questions. Okay? WH questions means informative questions, or questions that provides us a lot of information. For example, I say, what were you doing when I called you? What were you doing when I called you? First you have WH, and then you have was or were, plus subject, plus verb ing, plus complement and question. Okay? And then in the answer you can use past continuous. These are our answers. Yeah, I was sleeping in my room. I was talking with my mom. We were having lunch and blah blah. Who were you talking to on the phone? Who were you talking to on the phone? Who were you talking to on the phone? First, what we have? WH plus was verb plus verb ing, and then complement. That's it. And now let me tell you one more thing. Which one I can use? Past simple or past progressive or continuous? I usually repeat both the names because you will hear mostly past continuous or past. So the other name for past continuous is past progressive. Okay, so listen. First, let me give it a bullet. Yeah. Past simple is used to talk about what? Finished action 1, completed action 2. Okay, past simple is used to talk about finished action or completed action. This is the main difference. For example, I watched a movie. So this action is completed and the time is what? Specific. Okay, she read a story. She read a story to me. She read a story to me yesterday, or you can say last Friday. Okay, so see, this action is done. I watched a movie last night. That means I completed watching a movie, or that movie was finished. That's it. But when I say past continuous, okay, past continuous, it says an action that was, let me write what I'm talking about. I'm talking about past continuous. Yeah, past continuous. What I say? An action that was in progress and past. Yeah, it was progress in the past. For example, but it may or may not be. Let me put a comma here. It may or may not be completed, because you don't know the completion, whether the action was completed or not. For example, For example, we were watching a movie last night. That means, I don't know, did you complete watching the movie or the movie finished? Okay, did the movie finish or not? Because we don't know. Next one. Ali was listening to music. Because you don't know, did the song finish? Did his listening to a song was finished or not? Now let's talk about one more thing. I hope so you understood this, okay? When the action is completed, you use simple past. When you don't know this action was completed or not, you use what? You use past continuous. Okay, see these examples. It will be clear. Okay? So now next thing. Yeah, using past simple and past continuous together. Now we will use past simple and past continuous together. Now how? As you know, look at these usage. When an action is completed, you use what? Past simple. When an action is in progress, you use past continuous. You don't know the completion, okay? What does it say, okay? Use the simple past for a completed action in the past. Use the past continuous for an action in progress before or at the time of past simple action. For example, look at this one, okay? For example, I say, simple past, it's a noun, can cut an action in past continuous. That means it can interrupt or completely cut an action. It can disturb. Simple past can disturb an action that is in the past continuous. For example, I was watching, sorry, I was doing my homework, yeah, when my dad opened the door. I was doing my homework when my dad opened the door. Look at this one. This action was in progress in the past, and then what happened? So simple past, what it did? It interrupted. So what I said, simple past can cut or can interrupt. Can interrupt an simple past can interrupt an action in past continuous. Okay, interrupt means to cut an action, to disturb an action in the progress. Okay, next example. While I was taking shower, the power went off. So you were taking a shower, okay? Then what happened? The power went off, okay? So these are the conjunction you have to use, while and when. It doesn't matter which clause you are using first, simple past clause or past continuous clause, okay? Okay, no problem. Thank you so much. I hope so you understood. Okay, so welcome guys. Today we're having English file pre and okay. So welcome guys. Today we're having English file pre-intermediate book unit 2 part C vocabulary for page number 16. The first word is a noun. Okay, the first word is what? A noun. So the full form is desk desk jockey. What? Desk jockey, what does it mean? A person who plays music in parties and clubs, usually nightclubs and all the clubs. They play what? Music there, and they have kind of headphones on their head, and they have a DJ system all around there in front of them, and then they play different kind of music, and they mix up the music. Okay, so it's called desk jockey. In Dari also we call it desk jockey. I don't like DJs who play rock music. Okay, I don't like disc jockey who play disc DJs who play rock music. So this one, DJs, this is how you write the full form. Okay, DJs. Now, club. In Dari we call it mojtame. Club is a place where people gather. Here in this unit, it's used for a club where people go and dance and relax and they have a good time and have something to drink like beer and alcohol and blah blah. Okay, so that's called club. Okay, for example, Alhamdulillah, I would love to say this. I've never been to a club. ما هیچگاه به club نرفتیم. Thank you, God. So, thank God I have never. So, I've never been to a club. ما هیچگاه به bar یا club نرفتیم. Now, next one, by. I like, so by. This is an adverb. Yeah, قید has. Okay, I like the song Tired of Being Sorry by Enrique Iglesias. Yeah. All right, so what does it mean? And there we say here it means که خوانده شده توسط ما چی گفتیم؟ I like the song Tired of Being Sorry. ای اسم آهنگ است. Okay, Tired of Being Sorry. So I like the song Tired of Being Sorry by Enrique Iglesias. Okay, so here by means که توسط اون نفر او شخص خوانده شده. Yeah. Next one, high street. It's a noun. The synonym is, maybe you have heard this, the synonym is high street. High street equals to main street. سرک عمومی. Okay, high street, main street. They both are same. Yeah. So it's the synonym. مترادف. In American we call it main street. In British we call it high street. And then we say Darul Aman, I put Darul Aman High Street is beautiful. سرک عمومی دارالمان چی است مقبول؟ Yeah, because of all those flags and all the venue and things like that. Okay, so high street سرک عمومی. So as usual, this is an adverb. What is this? An adverb. It means مثل همیشه. For example, you say I am tired as usual. I'm tired as usual. So you can use it in the beginning of and at the end of a sentence. It's okay. You can use it. Along, along. Okay, along is a conjunction. It can be also used as preposition, but here it's used as preposition من حیث حرف اضافه ده use ما استفاده شده که معنایش میشه در امتداده. Okay, my house is along a river. خانه ما در امتداد یک چی است؟ یک دریا. کابل دریا. Okay. My house is along a river. Yeah. So if you want to use it as adverb, okay, so here it's used as preposition. Okay, so if you want to use it as an adverb, what do you say? Let me put it this way. Next example, let's use it as an adverb. This is how you say it. Walk along the road. در امتداد سرک قدم بزن. Along the road, and you'll see a big beautiful building. میگه در امتداد سرک قدم بزن تو میبینی یک ساختمان زیبا و مقبول. So here this along is what? Along is used as adverb. See, along. along, what do you mean? No, walk along the road. Yeah, this one I mean. Walk along the road. This is verb. So after verb we usually use what? Adverb. So this is used as an adverb here. Okay. میگه در امتداد سرک قدم بزن و تو خود دیدی یک ساختمان بزرگ مقبول را. Okay. Brake, you know. In car we have accelerator, we have brake, and we have another one, you know that. I forgot what is that. In automatic we have brake and we have accelerator. Okay. It's a noun. Brake is something that is usually in a car that stops the car or reduces the speed of the car. It is a noun. Okay. Yesterday I was in a hurry. Yesterday I was in a hurry. So I confused the brake with the accelerator. Yay! I confused the brake with an accelerator. Okay. So دیروز ما در عجله بودم بناهن چی شد؟ ما بریک اشتباه گرفتم با چی؟ با accelerator. Thank you. So let me pronounce them. Number one, DJ. Also you can call it disc jockey. Both are the same, doesn't matter. Club, by, high street, as usual, along, break. And that's all. Hello guys, I hope you're having a good time, and today the weather is really rainy and I'm loving it. And today we're having an English file, an intermediate first unit part A action verbs and then action verbs, the grammar part. Okay, first of all, let's talk about first. Wait. So first of all, let's talk about action verbs. So what do we say? Verbs that show, verbs that show what? Verbs which describe. Okay, remember, verb which describe actions. Okay, for example, let me put a comma here. For example, cook, it has an action, physical action. Make, cook has a physical action. Make has a physical action. These can be used in the present continuous. First thing first. Okay, so be careful guys. Verb which shows an action. What kind of action? Physical action. Okay, they're used in past tense, present continuous. Like, for example, they can be used, you cannot use them in present, we use them in present simple. Sorry for that, sorry. We use them in what? Present simple or simple present. Be very careful about this part. Okay, so for example, as well as you can use it for both, let's make it like this, or present continuous. Okay, verbs that show an action, a physical action. Eating is what? A physical action. Okay, so you can use them either in present simple or present continuous. Very easy. So for example, let's take an example. Like in simple present, if I want to use, I'm in present continuous, I'm making the lunch. I'm making what? The lunch. So here it's what? Present continuous. First, yeah. Next, for example, I usually make the lunch on what? Or you can say at the weekend. I usually make the lunch at the weekend. So this usually, it shows that this is past tense. Yeah, it's simple present or present simple. Okay, so first thing, first big difference. So first, action verbs. Action verbs are used to show what? Yeah, to show actions. What kind of actions? We will say physical actions, which has which has a physical action, like eating, cooking, making. Okay, it all has a physical action. All right guys, so next, two verbs, like we will say non-action verbs. Sometimes they're also called mental verbs. What are they called? Mental verbs. Okay, verbs which describe so first, action verbs describe a state or feelings. It shows your what? Your feelings. Okay, a state would describe a state or feeling. Remember, not actions. You're not supposed. It is not supposed to show what? Actions. For example, For example, what? Love, need, and be. Okay, so these are what? These are non-action verbs. These are non-action verbs. So these are what, guys? Non-action verbs. Like love, it's a mental verb. It doesn't have any action, okay? And then need, you need something in your brain, in your mind. Then be, like was, were, as, am, are, being, and been or been. They're all non-action verbs. So look at this part. Non-action verbs which describe a state. Let's go for this one. Or feeling. It does not show what action. Okay, so they are, what do you do with this one? When I say, they are usually used in simple present. Okay, simple present and not present continuous. I hope so you understood. Like, listen, you can use them in simple present, yeah, but you cannot use them in present continuous. This is right. Okay, all right. So like, let me give you example. You can write example in both ways. In British you write it like this, okay, and in American you write it with EX. So like example, I need a pair of shoes. I need a pair of shoes. Now look at this one, guys. I need a pair of shoes. Here, this need is a stative verb or non-action verb. Okay, so here we used Western simple present. So let me copy this one. So this is what? Our simple present tense, right? Next one. Next example, I love my parents. Even if the action was happening right now, it's better to use simple present, okay? Even if the action was happening right now, you use what? Yeah, present simple. Perfect. Okay, let me put a space. Let's make it more professional, guys. I'll do it professional. So that's it. So some common non-action verbs are. So those verbs that are usually common, non-action verbs. Look at this part. Let me underline it and then let me highlight it. This is called highlighting, okay? So, like they are agree, believe, belong. These all are usually used in what? In present continuous or simple present, right? You can use them in simple present. Hate, know, hear, like, love, matter, okay, matter, mean, need, I gave it to you before, so need, prefer, need, hear, need, prefer, realize, recognize, I didn't recognize you, circle past, I can't recognize him, remember, see, suppose, what is it? Suppose. So, and we have many more as well, okay? So these are all used in present simple. Why? Because they're non-action verbs. Okay, so let me give you an example. Like, you cannot say I am meaning. I am meaning that. Okay, so this one is wrong, because mean is what? Mean is a non-action verb, and your tense is present continuous. No, you cannot use this. I am meaning that. Manzurum I has K and there you say. So this sentence is completely read, and let me do it like this. Wrong. All right. So this is a wrong sentence. You cannot use this mean verb because it is used. Then how do I say it? The right one? Example. I mean that. I mean that present. Okay. So this is what kind of sentence? It's right one. Okay. So right. Let's put this one. It's like read, okay? Why? Because this is a non-action verbs, and non-action verbs can be used in what? Can be used mostly in simple present, and you cannot use them in present continuous. All right, guys, thank you. But exception, and there we say istisna. In what cases you can use a non-action verbs into what? In what cases you can use a non-action verb in ing form? In case, for example, let's take have. Have can be both. It can be an action verb. It can be an action verb and a non-action verb. For example, have, I have a cat. Here, this have is what? This have is our verb, and we will check what kind of verb is this. And this one shows possession. What does it show? Possession means you own a cat. That means it is non-action verb. There is no action for this. That's it. You have, it's a possession. Okay. So what is it? It's a non-action verb. What is non-action verb? Have. Have is a non-action verb. Okay. Let's use the have in as an action verb as well. And action verbs are usually used in what? Yes, present continuous. I'm having my dinner. Okay, here have is an action verb. Okay, have here is used as an action verb. All right, so let me give you another example. Example 2. I can't talk now. So this is action verb. Talk. Talk is an action verb, so you can use it in simple present. And also you can use it. Okay, so this one is an action verb here. You can use it as non-action verb also, like this. I think this music is great. Okay, so this is a non-action verb. So which tense I use? I use simple present. Next one. If I say same thing for what are you thinking. Okay, so here thinking is an action verb. So sometimes exceptions, you can use the action verbs in both. I mean non-action verbs in both. Okay, also in simple present and present continuous. Alright guys, thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can comment below and you can tell me guys. Thank you, bye bye. Hello guys, how are you? I hope you're fine and doing well. Today we're having English file, elementary book and unit 6 part C. And today I'll teach you writing an email. Writing what? An email. Yeah. So listen carefully. But what kind of email? Informal email. نوشتن ایمیل غیر رسمی. It's from page number 113 and the book is elementary C. Okay, so first what you have to consider in an email. An email has 3 paragraphs mainly. How many? 3. So let me tell you, and sorry that's Dari. An email has 3 paragraphs mostly. Okay, it has 3 paragraphs. یک ایمیل 3 پاراگراف داره، یک موضوع و بعدن هر پاراگراف تقسیم میشه به این شکل. پاراگراف اولتان greetings، یعنی در پاراگراف اولتان نوشته میکنیم احوال پرسی. در پاراگراف دوم introduction، مقدمه، مکملا براتان میگم با توضیحات. دو پاراگراف آخرتان اختتامیه، یعنی یک پاراگراف آخرتان چی میشه؟ اختتامیه. اوکی؟ معمولا greetings و introduction هم میتونین در یک پاراگراف نوشته کنین. هیچ مشکل نیست. و یکی conclusion یکی هم closing. 3 پاراگراف شد. درست؟ بستن یعنی آخر closing یک پیام خوب نوشته میکنین یا از اونها یک توقع یا آرزو میکنین که با امید دیدنتان و غیره و غیره، یا هم منتظر جوابتان هستم در closing. خب greetings احوال پرسی. format, this is the format for an email. What kind of email? Informal. We have two types of email, formal and email, and there are many types of emails as well. Business email, like meeting email and proposal email, contract email. There are many types of emails, but mostly those types are in the category of informal or formal. Okay, sometimes it's also called official. Let me write. This is unofficial. Unofficial means not for government use. You write informal email to your friends, your family members, and all of them. Okay, first of all, when you're opening your email box, I mean if it's Gmail, if it's Hotmail, if it's Live, it's UK Mail. Now here, look at this one. This is Terra.es. This is another browser. Okay, so this is another domain. So first here you have from. When you start your email page and you compose a new email, you'll see this part. First is from. Means from who this email is going to go. اوکی، یعنی ایمیل از طرف کی میره. این شما ضرور نیست نشته کنین، شما فقط چی میکنین؟ تو با کی باید ایمیل بره؟ ایمیل مثلا الیس، با نام الیس ثبت کردیم ایمیلشانه، یا هم ایمیلشان alice@hotmail.com. درست؟ سی به شخص دوم اگر میخواین ایمیل نوشته کنین میتونین با اونام بره. یک ایمیل میتونین با 100 200 300 1000 نفر روان. خب این شد چی؟ ایمیل شخصی که شما میخواین برش روان کنین. تو با کی روان میکنین؟ دسیسی هم اگر بعد کدام شخص دیگه هم روان میکنین ایمیل میکنین. subject یعنی موضوع. موضوعتان متوجه باشین. Be careful about your subject. Once you're writing your subject in your email, your subject should be very concise and very specific. Okay, very definite. Alright? So it's subject and موضوع ایمیلتان چی است. So what is it? It's a kind of marketing for your email so that the person who is receiving this email must open it. Okay, this should be very definite. So our receiver is Alice. Okay, so this is how I write. First paragraph, greetings. Okay, first what I did, greetings. Hi Alice. Hi Alice, and then you have a comma. Because it's informal, we use hi, what's up, how are you doing? You can write all of it. And then you say hi. This one we say salutation. What is this? Salutation. What is salutation? Salutation means احترامات. Okay, this is salutation. Hi Alice. And next one. Hi, how are you? I hope you're well. Thanks for your last email. This time I'm writing to tell you about my family. So this is what? This is your greetings. And this is your introduction. Okay, introduction. And then an introduction, what do you do? So what paragraph is this? Yes, greetings and introduction. Okay, مقدمه و احوال پرسی. Greetings and introduction. The paragraph باید Okay, so let me highlight this part. هایلایت میکنم که در پاراگراف اولتم در ایمیل چی میآید؟ احوال پرسی و introduction. Okay, salutation یعنی احترامات. So leave one, enter the time tab میکنیم بعد دیگه enter and then you start. This is what paragraph? This paragraph. This is called body. ایره چی میگیم؟ body. Body means content. ایره میگیم body. دادری برش چی میگیم؟ بله، اصلی. بخش اصلی ایمیلتان از اینجا شروع میشه. یعنی موضوعی که شما میخواین ارائه کنین در بخش چی استفاده میکنین؟ body. Okay, so the body میگیم دیگه. Now from here to here. مثلا اینجا گفته ما چون موضوع ما در مورد خانواده میخوایم برشان بگم مثلا اینجا گفته this time I'm writing to tell you about my family. این بار من نوشته میکنم که در مورد خانواده این براتان معلومات بدم. My mother's name این شروع کردم یک تا اینترم اینجا دو تا اینتر کردم که این لاین ما خط ما خالی باشه. So my mother's name is Amparo and my father's name is Juan. My mother is 45 years old and my father is 55. My mother is a doctor and my father is a teacher. I love them both very much. ایره خب میفهمین دیگه ترجمهش نمیکنم دیگه معلومات بادی است چون تمام معلومات تانه موضوعات اصلی تانه در اینجا چی میکنین؟ ارائه میکنین یا نوشته میکنین. I have a horrible little brother and no sisters. من برادر دارم و خواهر ندارم. His name is Fernando. His name his منظورم از برادرم است. نام او فرناندو هست. He goes to the same school as me. او به مکتب میره که من میرم. He is 18 years old. او 18 ساله هست. He loves playing football و تمام اطلاعات برشم نشته کردم. بنا این پاراگراف ما چی هست؟ این پاراگراف. So this paragraph is what? Body paragraph. Okay? Body paragraph. Let me highlight this one as well. So in your body paragraph, what you are going to do. This was our body paragraph. It depends on the information you're writing and on the subject of your email. My subject was about my family because I told here. So this is my introduction. In your introduction, you should specifically identify what are you going to talk about or what is this email about. Okay? So what I said here, this time I'm writing to you about my family. So this here I defined it that this email, I specified it that this email that I'm writing to you is about my family. So in your body paragraph, so this was our body paragraph. In our body paragraph, I talked about what? My family, all information about my father, my mother, my brother. Okay, and if you have many members of your family, you can write all the information. It doesn't matter how many words your email must be, it's all right. So next, this one is next paragraph. Let's see, this is my conclusion. Okay, paragraph بعدی ما چی است؟ اختتامیه. So if it's formal, اگه ایمیل تان رسمی بود فرق میکنه conclusion تان، اختتامیه فرق میکنه. اینجا conclusion اینی را میتونم. Okay, so the conclusion گفتیم we have sorry, this is my conclusion. paragraph آخر ما ای شد body. این را از یک کاپی میکنم، این را بالا میگیرم داد بله و ای شد چی؟ body. پاراگراف چی؟ body چی؟ در body تمام موضوعات که میخوایم در موردش گپ بزنیم در بخش body چی میکنیم؟ نوشته. So next is this is my conclusion. دیگه conclusion اضافه میکنم و closing هر دویش هست. okay? This is my conclusion and email چی گفتیم؟ بعد از تمام موضوعات after everything that you said in your body paragraph and then what do? You're closing your email. So this is my conclusion and closing. conclusion و closing چی معنی؟ این در بالا برکن بدری نوشته کرده. Let me highlight this one as well. Okay, so you should چی گفته؟ well. خب that's all for now. به حال همینقدر. I hope to hear from you soon. امید دارم که از شما هم به زودی ایمیل دریافت کنم. پس این شد closing و conclusion. درست؟ داخل هم میگین love Mary. این اصطلاحات closing زیاد از بجای love میکنین. yours lovingly بغیر رسمی. okay? informal email closings. okay? یعنی اصطلاحات ایمیل غیر رسمی. مثلا for example you can say love در نشنامتان و امضا هم در نامه باز امضا همیشه love yours یا میتونم بگوین yours lovingly. okay, thank you. These are the things that you can write here. okay, That's it. This is how you write an email. So please, guys, do write me an email, and uh, your assignment is assignment. Okay, what's your assignment? Assignment means homework. Write an informal email about your family. Okay, two. Let me tell you two. Write it to eliteigroup.online@gmail.com. Okay, two. And then you know how to write the subject. بعد از subject چیزایش خب میفهمین دیگه. پس یک ایمیل به شکل مقبول و زیبا بسیار ساده برام نوشته میکنیم. Okay, ای به level elementary هست. This is in elementary level. Okay, because I used very easy paragraphs, very easy expressions, and easy phrases and words as well. Okay, don't make your email look very difficult with difficult words and all. Just make it easy. It's just to understand. Okay, thank you so much, guys, and do subscribe us on YouTube as well. Don't forget, this is our channel name, Elite Online. Thank you so much. Have a good time. Bye bye. Okay guys, welcome, and today we have, let me share my screen with my students. Uh, Today we're talking about prepositions. It's English file pre-intermediate. The unit is not 6B. Let me see. I think the unit is for unit 2B. Yeah, it is unit 2B. Okay, so today we are talking about prepositions. Prepositions. You know, preposition is the only grammar that many people even after a long time, it's possible to make mistakes. Okay, it is possible to make mistakes, but when you have a lot of practice, okay, after a long practice or after practicing a lot, you will understand. So let me define preposition. What is preposition? It says, oh my god, a word that is used before, oh my god, my this one, yeah, that is used before a noun or pronoun, that is used before a noun, we can say noun, pronoun, or we will go basic, guys. Yeah, we will not talk about gerund because it also says gerund. Or pronoun to show what? To show time, place, or time, place, direction, and etc. Let me give you an example. For example, the tree is in the park. The tree is in the park. Yeah. So look at this one, guys. The tree is in the park. Now, this shows what? This shows place, and this I give you the direct direction for this place. Okay, N is a preposition. N is what? A preposition. And today we are talking only about some prepositions. Listen, what does it say? The definition says, a word that is used before a noun or pronoun. You know noun and pronoun, okay? To show what? To show time, yeah, and place, directions, and etc. Okay? So there are many other, it shows many other things as well. Okay? Next example, let me give you another, oh God. Let me give you another example. My mother is at home. My mother is what? At home. Now, this at is what? This at is a preposition. What does it do? This at shows what? Direction. You can use it for place, for time, and for direction as well. Okay? So today we are talking about these prepositions. Like first one is N. Okay? First we will be talking about N. Yeah. N is used for these things. I will write each of them very clearly. Okay? For example, it is used for first, for countries, or cities. Countries or what? Or cities. Okay? So, like in Japan and Kabul. So this one is what? This is country and this is a city. Yeah? Next one. Number 2. It is used for rooms. Okay? For what? Rooms. Yeah. Let me copy this. You can use this one for rooms. Okay, rooms are usually what? Closed areas. For example, and the living room. Okay, because it's a room. And the bathroom. Bathroom is also a room. Alright? Alright, guys? Number 3, it is also used for buildings. For what? Buildings. Remember, for buildings like what? And a shop. And cinema. Yeah, cinema is usually in a building. Okay, number 4. Number 4, you also use it in enclosed spaces. In what kind of spaces? Closed spaces. Closed spaces means the area that is closed. Closed spaces. ساحات بسته. For example, a park. You say en باغ بابر, because it's a closed place. It's a garden. Okay, and what? And Habibullah Zai's park. Yes. So this is also a park. So for parks and gardens are closed places. Okay. So what is a closed spaces like park or a garden? Park or a garden. Next one, number 5. Number 5, you also use it. So these were the usage for, let's say, time. N is used here for what? N is used here for places. For places. For these all places you can use N. Countries, rooms, buildings, closed spaces. Usually for closed areas you can use what? N. And then next usage is for time. For what? For time you can also use N. For example, number 1. Okay. Number 1. What kind of place? Let me. Number 1. It's about end. Okay, so you can use it for months of the year. Months of the year like June, August, and etc. Okay, for months of the years you also use what? You use N. For example, I will say in June. Yep. In August, and so on. Number 2, you can also use it for seasons. For what? For seasons. For example, summer, winter, and so on. For example, in summer, and winter, and what? Winter. So you also use N for what? For seasons. Yeah, very easy. And then you can use it for years. For years like 2009, 1908, and so on. Very easy. For example, in 2009. Let me make this one as example. For example, in 2009, and in 2009 it's a year, so I use what? N preposition. And 1908. Next is number 4. You can also use it for times of the day. What are times of the day? Times of the day are this. Times of the day, like morning, afternoon, and so on. For times of the day, you also use what? You use in. For example, in the morning, yeah, in the afternoon. So I used what? And so on. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. And then you have number 5. The third usage can be for, yeah, that's all. So this N is used for what? For places and for time. Okay, so when you use it for places, you use it in this way. Places for countries or cities, for rooms, for buildings like shops, cinema, for closed spaces, closed areas. And then you can also use it for, yeah, these are just suggestions. If you want, you can change. If you don't want, just leave it. It says it depends on you. So for closed spaces like park and garden, like in Baobab, it's a garden. In Habiballah Park, it's a park, of course. For time, months, like for months you can use and like June, August. For season, you use what? Summer, winter, spring, and you can go on and on and on. Of course, we have 4 seasons. That's a lot. You can't go on and on. Okay, that's it, guys. This was about N, the preposition N.